So let's get to the next question from Jeffro8671. Hi, thanks for the very informative video. I just want to know how the free water and electricity work for a 7K monthly rent fee. Many thanks. Good question. The 7K month rent fee is not 100% free water and electricity. It's actually a marketing tactic we use to really entice people, because my brother-in-law also has a rental, but he didn't put like free water and electricity, and more people would always come to me, for advertise. They would always come and ask with us. What we did actually was, it's actually 7K monthly rent with free water and electricity, but to a certain extent, because I said in the video, if you watch the video, some people abuse. Like before it was complete. Let me give you a backstory. Actually, our first rental, we have 3 apartments, as I said in the video as well. We have CM1 is actually a bed space. CM2 is studio units, 12 units. That was our first studio unit apartment. CM3 is the one. This video is CM3. It's actually also 10 units, and exact copy of CM2. When we made CM1, it was really rent water, free electricity and free water, because it's a bed space. You can't request or ask, you can't ask bed spacers to pay for water and electricity, because it's too much of a hassle to do the computation. So it's just bed spaces are totally different ballgame. It's good money, but it's really hard work. So if I were you, I'd stay away from bed space if you don't want the headache. But when we made CM2, we said, let's keep it free water and electricity. The issue there was, again, as I said, we had a lot of tenants. They'd say, "Oh, I'm living alone, or I have no one with me, so I won't use much water or electricity." But when time came, that person would bring her or his relatives. They would bring friends to do their laundry. I had one person who had a laundry machine. The first few months of CM2, he had a washing machine, so he'd do laundry almost every day. And we didn't know who it was, because it was free water and electricity. After that, we put a sub-meter, and then we said, okay, it's only 1,000 worth of free water and free electricity. So for example, 500 pesos worth of free electricity, and then 500 pesos worth of free water. After that, everyone is sub-metered, and we take a picture of the sub-meter at the first of the month. So after that, at the end of the month, we'd give them the bill, like, okay, your bill is, let's say, 1,500 for power. From that 1,500, we minus 500. So he or she still has to pay 1,000. For example, if the person only used 300 pesos worth of electricity, he'd be completely free, because the max is 500. You wouldn't have to pay anything. But if he paid, for example, if he used up 900 pesos, he has to pay 400 pesos. All right. So again, yeah, it's kind of a marketing strategy. But it's something we gotten used to already, and yeah, people would always call. And once we explain that to them, they're really okay with it. And as I said, we're a studio unit, so almost everyone who lives there is 1 or 2 people. They really don't use much water. That's why we don't take families, because it's too small of a unit. And also, they would use up a lot of water, for example, for the whole family. A good thing as well about having your, for example, controlling the water or controlling the electricity, and having a sub-meter and just 1 meter reading, is you'll always pay on time, because you're paying for the water and electricity. It's under your name, so you'll never get cut. There's a lot of cases I've had heard from other people where their tenants would run away, or their tenants wouldn't pay for a long time, and yeah, they'd have a giant water bill or giant electric bill, and they didn't know about it, because it was not under. It was, they had no control over the meter. But since I have full control of the meter, every end of the month, I know how much it costs. I pay it, and then we make singil to the tenants about the excess. All right. So that was that question. Number 3, Understar 8094. Hi, did you take up a home loan to finance your apartment? If so, how was the process? No, we did not take a home loan. We actually used cold hard cash. Again, that's why I love talking about investments and everything. I can teach you in another time how we did that, how we got all our money to do that. It's really disciplined, but there's a lot of things you need to know. It's not really a lot. There's a few things that you really need to know. All right. So yeah, we didn't take a home loan, but for example, if you're building an apartment for, it's called a construction loan. As far as I know, a construction loan, they give it in not like, for example, if you buy a house, they just automatically give you all the money. They do they visit the place, and then they say, okay, we can give you this much, and then they give you the money. With, for example, a home loan, a construction loan, it's harder. You'll have to give the plans. You really have to probably have a contractor for that, because you have to make everything. You have to fix up everything and give it to the bank, and then the bank says, okay, we'll lend you, let's say 1 million, or two, let's say 3 million, but they give it in tranches. 1 million for the first 30% when it's done. Then we'll come back, check it out. If it's done, we'll give you the next 1 million. They come check it out, and then at the final, then they give you the last final 1 million. So it's a hard process. So for you, I just, maybe if you're an OFW, borrow from wherever you're working from. It's cheaper to borrow. For example, I'm in the Middle East, so the rates here are better. I would borrow from where I'm from for as an OFW. If not, I would just save up.